Linux. And before anyone jumps into the comments saying, this is AI, let me say it clearly right now. Don't call me AI in the comments. I am a real-time human, and today we're going to go deep into something that most people still get completely wrong. You've probably heard it again and again. If you want to use Linux, you have to leave Windows behind. That idea sounds dramatic, almost like a commitment you can't undo, and for a lot of people, that's exactly what stops them from even trying Linux. But the truth is very different. You can actually use Linux without ditching Windows, and once you truly understand how that works, it changes everything about how you use your computer. The biggest mistake people make is thinking operating systems are like a one-time life decision. You install one, and you're stuck with it. But that's not how modern systems are designed anymore. Today, your computer can handle multiple environments, multiple workflows, and multiple tools all at once. And instead of forcing yourself into one system, you can combine the strengths of both Windows and Linux in a way that actually makes you more productive. Let's slow down and really understand the mindset shift here. Instead of thinking, should I switch to Linux? Think, how can I add Linux to what I already have? That single question removes fear. It removes risk. And it opens the door to experimentation. Because now you're not replacing anything, you're expanding. So let's start exploring how this actually works in real life. Imagine your computer right now. It has Windows installed, your files, your apps, your games, everything you're used to. Now imagine adding a second environment where you can test things, learn commands, run tools, and explore a completely different system without touching your main setup. That's exactly what Linux can become for you. One of the most powerful ways to do this is dual booting. This is like having two completely separate systems living inside one machine. When you start your computer, you get a choice, Windows or Linux. If you choose Windows, everything behaves exactly as it always has. If you choose Linux, you enter a different environment entirely, with its own desktop tools and system behavior. What makes this powerful is that there is no compromise in performance. When you're in Linux, you're using your full hardware. Your CPU, your RAM, your GPU, everything is dedicated to Linux. It feels fast, clean, and responsive. And when you switch back to Windows, nothing is lost. Your files are still there, your apps are still installed, your system is unchanged. Now here's where it gets interesting. Most people assume this setup is complicated, but modern Linux installers have made it incredibly simple. You don't need to manually partition drives or understand complex technical steps. In many cases, you just choose an option like install alongside Windows, adjust a slider for storage space, and the system does everything for you. It's designed for beginners, not just experts. But maybe you're someone who doesn't want to restart your computer just to switch systems. Maybe you want something more flexible, something you can open and close like an app. That's where virtual machines come in. A virtual machine lets you run Linux inside Windows like a program. You install software such as VirtualBox, create a virtual system, and install Linux into it. Once it's set up, you can launch Linux anytime, right from your desktop. It opens in a window, and you can interact with it just like a real system. This is one of the safest ways to explore Linux. You can try commands, install software, break things, experiment, and none of it affects your main system. If something goes wrong, you can reset the virtual machine or create a new one. It's like having a sandbox where you can learn without consequences. There is a trade-off, though. Because the virtual machine shares resources with Windows, it won't be as fast as a full installation. But for learning, development, and testing, it's more than enough. In fact, many developers use virtual machines daily because of how convenient they are. Now let's talk about something that completely changes the game: Windows Subsystem for Linux. This is not just another method, it's a bridge between two worlds. Instead of running Linux separately, it allows Linux to exist inside Windows itself. With this, you can open a terminal and start using Linux commands immediately. You can install tools, run scripts, manage packages, and work with development environments without ever leaving Windows. It feels like Linux is part of your system, not something separate. And the integration is surprisingly smooth. You can access your Windows files from the Linux environment, and you can use Linux tools on those files directly. You can even run certain Linux applications alongside Windows apps. It creates a hybrid experience where both systems work together instead of competing. This is especially useful if you're learning programming, web development, or system administration. Many tools are designed for Linux, and instead of setting up a separate system, you can just use them directly inside Windows. It saves time, reduces complexity, and gives you the best of both environments. Now let's take a step back and ask a deeper question. Why does any of this matter? Why should you even care about using Linux if Windows already works for you? The answer is not about replacing what you have. It's about unlocking new capabilities. Linux gives you a different way of interacting with your system. It introduces you to the command line, to package management, to system-level control. It teaches you how things actually work behind the scenes. When you start using Linux, even in a small way, you begin to understand your computer differently. You stop relying only on graphical interfaces and start thinking in terms of processes, commands, and structure. That shift is powerful, especially if you're interested in technology. There's also the performance aspect. Linux distributions are often lighter than Windows. They use fewer resources, which means they can run smoothly on older hardware. If you have an old laptop that feels slow, installing Linux can make it usable again. But even on modern systems, Linux often feels faster and more efficient. Then there's customization. In Linux, you can change almost everything. The desktop environment, the behavior of the system, the way applications are managed, it's all under your control. You're not locked into a single way of doing things. And of course, there's the open source nature of Linux. The code is available, transparent, and community-driven. There are no hidden processes, no forced updates you can't control, no unnecessary software pushed onto your system. You decide what your system does. But here's the key point. You don't have to give up Windows to get these benefits. That's the biggest misconception. You can keep using Windows for everything it does well, gaming, certain software compatibility, and use Linux for everything it excels at. This creates a balanced setup. You're not limited by one system's weaknesses. Instead, you're combining strengths. Windows gives you compatibility and convenience. Linux gives you control and flexibility. Let's make this practical. Imagine you're a student or a content creator. You use Windows for editing software, browsing, and general tasks. But you also want to learn coding or run development tools. Instead of installing everything directly on Windows, you use Linux for that. Maybe through WSL, maybe through a virtual machine. Now your workflow is cleaner, more organized, and more powerful. Or maybe you're just curious. You want to understand how operating systems work. Instead of watching tutorials only, you actually try things yourself. You open a Linux terminal, run commands, explore directories, install packages. That hands-on experience teaches you far more than theory ever could. And here's something important. You don't have to rush. You don't have to become a Linux expert overnight. You can take it step by step. Start with a virtual machine, learn basic commands, understand how the system works. Then, if you feel comfortable, try dual booting, or stick with WSL if that fits your needs. Over time, you'll build confidence. You'll start recognizing commands, understanding errors, solving problems, and that confidence doesn't just apply to Linux, it applies to technology as a whole. Another thing you'll notice is how active and helpful the Linux community is. Almost every problem you encounter has already been discussed somewhere. Forums, documentation, tutorials. There's a huge amount of knowledge available. And because Linux is open source, people actively contribute to improving it. This creates an environment where learning is continuous. You're not just using a system, you're becoming part of a larger ecosystem of users and developers. And as you keep using both Windows and Linux together, something interesting happens. You stop thinking of them as separate identities. They become tools in your workflow. You use whichever one fits the task. There's no loyalty, no restriction, just efficiency. That's the real goal here, not switching, not choosing sides, but building a setup that works for you. A setup where you have flexibility, control, and options. So if you've been holding back because you thought trying Linux meant giving up Windows, now you know that's not true. You can keep everything you already have and still explore something new. Start simple. Install a virtual machine. Try a Linux distribution. Open a terminal and run a few commands. Or enable WSL and see how it integrates with your system. Take small steps, because once you experience how these systems can work together, your perspective changes. You realize that your computer is not limited to one environment. It's a platform where multiple systems can coexist, and that's where things become interesting. That's where you stop being just a user and start becoming someone who understands and controls their tools. So don't think in terms of either Windows or Linux. Think in terms of Windows and Linux. That shift is small, but the impact is huge. And once you fully embrace that idea, you'll never look at operating systems the same way again.